Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry about that, guys. Welcome, everyone, to the Cynthia J Show. I am your co host, Cynthia J, your birth and doula, your herbalist, your healer, and much more. Welcome to today's episode, season 2, episode 14 on jealousy and envy from friends. But before I get into that, hey guys, how was the beginning of your new week? Did you guys enjoy? Hey, on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok and Restream. But did everybody enjoy the eclipse? Did you guys enjoy it this Monday? I know I did. I know you're like, okay, girl, that's old news. Tomorrow is Friday, but I still have to put it out there and just ask anyone who haven't had a chance, did you enjoy it? It was a very great experience, especially for the children. My daughter got to experience it. She said it was very fun and she said it was different. She could never even believe what she was seeing. And I heard the same thing from other kids, my spiritual nieces and nephews as well. So I just know that for some of you guys, I know you probably have mixed feelings about when some people are saying, don't look at it, do look at it, yada, yada, yada. As you heard me mention before, for those who are unaware of it, it's not the eclipse itself that's the issue of looking at. It's standing too long in front of the blazing light, too long that it does blur out your eyesight for a while. I've done it before, and then I will say it came back very strongly, but for some people, it doesn't happen like that. So again, I know you guys enjoyed it. Also, for those who are unaware, let me just give a little update on some things that have been going on this week. I know y'all heard about the Goon Squad in Mississippi. They have been sentenced. Woo! For those who don't know who the Goon Squad was, it was a group of sheriff slash police officers in Mississippi who was capturing Black American brothers and sisters, holding them hostages, and so much other things that went into that. So please go ahead and look that up if you can. If you haven't got a chance to read the article on that, go on Google and look up the information on the Goon Squad. Definitely look up on that. And this was in Mississippi. Last but not least, let's go out here and keep families in prayer. For those who have heard of this mother in California, who also was a wife who turned around and, stabbed her partner at home. And it's a sad story to hear a sister, stabbed her husband. And just from there on, as she was on a highway, had her kids to be tossed out of the vehicle. The young infant did not make it. The oldest child, who they say is about 9 years old, did. And it's sad because this young one will not have both parents. The mother end up, uh, they said it was about 106. I might be wrong on the calculation, but she ran into a tree and she did not survive. So let's lift them and the family up into the divine, because this is a sad story. And anyone who is going through any, mental issues whatsoever, please pick up the phone and call the suicide hotline. Any family members that know anyone and you're paying attention to the behavior patterns, please be in their lives, talk with them, communicate with them. It doesn't matter who it is. Please do so. This is a serious matter and it's happening a lot more. It is said that for what everybody was gathering, they looked up from the police, that they looked up her information on social media. She's supposed to have been an astrologist, and that there was some things posted that was talking about the solar eclipse, what it might do. It also mentioned about the apocalypse on her page, etc., etc. Again, please go and look at this article. This happened in California, a young Black mother. It hurts me to my spirit, but please keep the family and everyone else lifted up in prayer. Please do. Again. Also, with some more news, there was also a two-parent household where their son had went, and finally the family of the parents were being sentenced to prison based off their child due to the fact of a weapon, a gun that they used to take out classmates in the school. Please also look that up as well. Let's keep them in prayer. And for those, please, if you have any type of guns in your home, Please make sure you educate your kids not to touch them, stay on them. If you got to repeat it every day, do so. Keep it in a safe place, out of reach, because sometimes with the times we're living in right now, and that's going to be another topic I'm going to talk about in the future, dealing with our generation, where they also have mental issues dealing and it's bothering them spiritually and physically in this reality world we live in now. And they are, I'm sorry to say, they're looking at to grab weapons as their first defense to use. So please talk to your children. I'm doing the same thing as well, much as you can for the best of your abilities. So please go ahead and hit that like button, send out some hearts to your sister, and share this right now. But other than that, for any other breaking news, I'll keep the rest at the end. So hi to everyone. How are you guys doing? This is your sister, your girl on the Cynthia J Show, holding us women accountable, but that's not excluding my brothers. So with that being said, the topic is on season 2, episode 14, dealing with jealous and envy friends. And the reason why I bring this up, and it's a good topic, because not only has majority of us on here have probably experienced this. Again, this day and time we living in, it is totally different from majority of us who grew up a little bit back in the day. See, back in the day, you knew you had friends who was jealous and a little envy, but the jealousy and the envy has taken another whole level like never before. And the reason why I bring this topic up is because it's not just happening to the children, it's also happening to adults. I was watching this video, and it was a sister sharing a situation where a young lady who has been very successful in her life, favor followed her wherever she just went because she worked hard for what she needed to do. And so, with that being said, her friends took her out to celebrate, as she thought her friends were taking her out to celebrate. So they go out to this club lounge, and if it wasn't for a bystander who was not even a part of the group, and some of you guys probably seen this, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this individual, as the friend, while she's being supposed to be celebrated by her friends, she leaves to excuse herself to go to the restroom. And as she excused herself to go to the restroom, her friends decided to put something in her drink. Yes, her own friends, guys, her own friends. And this is something very serious. And it's starting to happen more and more and more, as you've seen, guys. And I'm going to get to that on another thing. Innocent bystander caught this and caught up with the young lady coming out of the restroom to tell her what her own friends did to her. Please share this. Share this right now, because this may save someone's life from people that they believe to be loyal and friends to them, and they're not. So, hi to all those who joining in. Welcome, welcome on TikTok. And so, with that being said, this young lady, as she came out of the restroom being, you know, confronted by a bystander who saw what was going on. This person saved her life. She wouldn't drink the drink. Thanks, honey. And so, with that being said, I'm with this young lady as she's describing this video. She's like, I don't know how I would feel. She's like, coming back out of the restroom and having a person that I don't even know tell me that my friends put something in my drink, all because of this. So the friends noticed that she wouldn't drink the drink. She wouldn't take anymore, until eventually they start confronting the situation of what was going on. And with that being said, they were telling her that she was always, getting promoted. She was always being blessed with certain things. People were giving her things and so forth. And, why is this always happening to her and not them? And that's like, wow. Like, are you serious? Is this really what it has to be, that you with me and we're hanging around each other, and not once did you ask me what, when, and where, or how I was able to receive these things? And guess what? I've been in that situation, guys. I had to realize who was for me and who was really against me. Peace and love, sister on Instagram. Yes, and as I realized that, I almost, in a situation like that, was taken advantage of. Just like that. If I did not take in the wisdom what was given to me by those who had already experienced, who already, prepared me as I got out here on my journey as an adult, I probably would have been in a situation just like that young lady. Y'all remember, I think it was what, a year and a half ago, the young woman who went over there. I think was it in Mexico, guys? I believe. And she was with her friends and guy friends, and they started beating her in the hotel room. Look what happened with that situation. Look what happened with that situation. She didn't even come back. These are the same people that sat with you, your friends, you thought were your friends. The same people that sit at the dinner table with you and exchange meals with you. The people that say, I got you, I got your back, is sitting there poisoning you. And this is what I tell, our daughter all the time as she's growing up. Everyone is not your friend. Everyone is not your friend. And this is why I always take heed to what one of my spiritual elders used to tell me. My spiritual elders would tell me, show me your friends and I'll show you your character. Or, as you hear, some people will use scriptures say, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. And it has to be like that now because we are living in dangerous times where the people that you believe to have your back, that you will believe to understand the word loyalty, are being disloyal. They're jealous of you. They're envious of you and everything around it. And as I tell, our young one, I always say, you need to be mindful of, the fact that just because they smile in your face and say, hey, I'm your friend, I got your back, does not mean that they are your friend. I know you guys have heard this before, but it is so imperative and so important now, brothers and sisters, that you really watch out who you are with. You need to really watch out who you call a friend. You can be friends with somebody for 10, 15 years and they have been plotting against you. And all the plots that they've been trying to plot against you just hadn't worked at that particular time. And then one day you get too comfortable instead of being content. And the next thing you know, you being set up to fail, set up to be taken. Sometimes these individuals they do things to just draw from you. They just like energy vampires. They tend to draw from you, so they're around you because of the resources that you have around you. They don't even they don't even sit down to take the time to think, how are you receiving these resources? Instead of them asking you so that they can work hard to get there and to receive it themselves and congratulating you, they're not even realize that they're messing up their blessings through you. And as I was, receiving a message a few weeks back, learning about the set ones, the chosen ones. There's some people that got to go through hardship, trials and tribulations to be blessed with and favored with certain things over time. Others are just called and just got it. They just was born into either wealth or born into what was left to them. And even those who are born into it was left to them, they still got to deal with people outside who or people that's around them that they believe in that's supposed to be there for you, but they don't even know what the real meaning of loyalty is. So guess what? You start to pay attention to their body language, you're going to start to see what they're doing. I have had individuals tell me one time, I'm so envious of you. If I could only had done that and so forth. And I'm looking at them like I said, don't be envious of me. I said that real quick. Do not be envious of me. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and share for those who are on my TikTok and Instagram, and right here on Rest Stream with Facebook Live, holding us women accountable, not excluding our men. I'm your co-host, your girl, Cynthia J. But yes, with that being said, you don't put that on me. Don't be envious of me. Do not. Because I desire for you to have the same thing. I desire for you to have the best too. I really do. Welcome, sister. Peace and love. I desire for you to have the best too. So don't be envious of me. Don't be jealous of me. Because sometimes we don't understand, and understand how hard these individuals work to get to where they're at. So this young lady, if she did not pay attention, if she did not listen to the call, her life probably would not even be here today. If she had taken that drink and sipped on it around the people she thought was her friends, she would not be here alive to share her testimony with others like you and I. She would be dead. So, this is something that we have to continuously, again, because times are changing, guys. It is not the same. We've heard it before growing up, but our children and the ones who are before our children and the ones who are going to be after our children are going to be dealing with this on a higher level now than ever before. People only connect to you because of what you have that they can benefit off the resources that you have instead of asking you, what did you do to get there? I desire to try to work and learn from you so I can get there. Because sometimes some people too prideful to even ask, or some people just don't want to do the work. They just want to jump on it with you and take what you got. I've had that with me. I've had complete people that, outside of those who really know me and love me, that I thought was, other people that I can be with, show me another side of them that I'm like, whoa, where did this come from? Why is this just showing now? Oh, so you only need me and take from me when you want. But then when I'm down and out, when I'm really going through something, I don't get a call. Or if I do get a call, it's because what you going through. See, that's another sign of jealousy and envy. They never call to check on you, but they make sure that if they need something, they'll come to you real quick. Or they tell that other friend what you did. And sometimes they'll lie on you. And this is another thing I tell younger generation, be careful of those who you think that are your friends, because there's sometimes they can smile in your face, chitty chatty chat chat bang. And the next thing you know, they telling lies behind your back. They sabotaging you. They are sabotaging you. And this is what I tell, my daughter all the time. Be careful, baby girl, because this is what's going on. And it's sad, but it's happening in the schools now, guys. Because children are being exposed to so much that they're learning it from their surrounding and others around them. So with that being said, make sure that you use your gift of discernment. Make sure that you're paying attention to your surroundings. Make sure you take the time out to build relationships with these people so you can identify certain flags around them. Because sometimes we kind of brush things off, we put it past the show to be like, oh no, I'm tripping. I think I'm seeing stuff. Nah, no, they couldn't do that, not like that. There are times when God will send people your way to warn you about certain people. I'm not saying that you immediately just take what they say, but you put that thing back here and take heed to it and pay attention for a while. Because when you pay attention for a while, you're going to start to see a piece here, a piece there, a piece here, a piece there. It's not going to all gravitate at one time because individuals are very cunning. They are so cunning and it's so precise with it to the point that sometimes you won't even see it coming. But if it was not, and as this sister said, as she was sharing this young woman's testimony, she said, if it was not for God and the divine angelic ancestors on her side, she probably would not be here alive to share her testimony. What is going on here? Okay, let me hold you. Let me hold you up here. Give you a little head. What's going on here is that you have to learn from those who you believe who are your friends to really see if they are your friends. Because behind closed doors, some of them people that you think are your friends are jealous and envy of you. As I was already saying, this young girl, she out with her friends celebrating her success, what she was doing, her accomplishments, not knowing that she was being set up for death. Not knowing that she was being set up for death. And her own friends that she thought was her friends was going to poison her. They put something in her drink, and it took a bystander, a bystander who did not know her, watch her go into the bathroom, come back out after they had seen them put something in her drink. And this is recent, guys. And stop her and tell her, do not drink the drink. Your friends put something in it. And they was laughing and chuckling when they did it. The young lady, as she went back to the table, she stood, she wouldn't take the drink, and her friends would not understand why. So finally, they came out because they was getting agitated and angry at the fact she would not take a drink. And that's when she came up and said what she said. And then that's when they said that they was jealous. They didn't understand why she would always be promoting, why she was always receiving good success in her life and the accomplishments. That's what happened. So as you take this time to reevaluate yourself, and please, don't get it all in your mind to think, okay, oh, I gotta really pay attention. I gotta do this. No, just still be you. Don't let yourself change. Still be you. Be comfortable, but pay attention. Pay attention. Listen, especially to my sisters. You're gifted with intuition. Pay attention. Know how to decipher it spiritually and the physical. Learn. We all got to learn, even myself, because I'm still learning. I'm still learning the lessons of life. I'm still learning everything around me. I'm still learning to pay attention, but not get to a point where I start to get too physical with it and then lose myself. Make sure you're just being watchful. Watchful means the whole overall. Because again, you never know. And this same thing happens in a majority of relationships. And as you're going to see, I got other podcasts coming. I'm going to break this down in parts, from friends to family to coworkers, etc., etc. That is what I am being led to plan to do. And so, even though they all can fit it in the same category, it's necessary to still, decipher and break down what is really going on. Not saying that this same situation wouldn't happen around family. Not saying this wouldn't happen in the workplace, because I've seen it happen in the workplace. Same way, guys. But what I'm saying is that we take the time to really look around us, observe, build a relationship with these individuals so that you can see where their mindset is, where their spirit is at. Because right now they're just chilling. Right now they just chilling around you. They making it seem like they chill. But eventually they're gonna expose themselves. And I actually can speak on this because of certain individuals that are around that was around my parents. I'm not gonna give no names or nothing like that, as a respect level here and being on live. And so, with that being said, certain individuals I always wondered about, growing up. But again, when you're just a kid, but don't be fooled, because children can even notice things that adults do. Yes, they can. So we can't sit here and act like the kids do not see it and notice it way better than adults do. Because trust and believe, they are very watchful. So with that being said, as I was growing up, I started to see these certain things. But again, you're young and you're like, okay, well, maybe I'm just tripping for a minute. Maybe I'm just not paying attention. All right, cool. Now that I'm older, I started seeing things about 7 years ago. And I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. This person is always trying to make it about them. This person is always being jealous of something when somebody already started it, and then they just come into the fold, but they will say little slick things. Other people wouldn't catch it. And then I'm saying, okay, maybe they didn't catch it. Maybe I'm the one tripping. But over time, when I got to travel with certain individuals, with these certain individuals, I was like, oh my God. Oh no, I can't. I cannot allow myself to go back around this individual. Mm-mm. I don't care who it is. I will not allow myself to be in a place where I can see not only that you're dramatic, not only see that you're toxic. I can also see that you're very jealous. You're very envy. You're very prideful. You have all of these things. And then every time your friends say something or do something, you do the total opposite of it. And then you're sneaky about it. And then now you're being exposed. And that the simple fact that you're being exposed, you're being caught on what you're doing. But then you get mad at everybody else for what they're doing. That's how you realize who is for you and who is against you, who is in your circle of friendship. At the age that I am now, and I started seeing that around my parents, I had to be like, okay, y'all got to do something with them because I don't like what they doing to you. And during the fact that, I look at these individuals as elders, there's still a place and there's still a certain way you can say things without being disrespectful, but you're gonna speak the point and you're gonna speak the truth, and you ain't just gonna let it slide. Because if you let it slide, guess what? Then it's gonna bounce on to you. Because then eventually I started seeing this person being exposed when my friends came around and they said, hold up, why is she acting like that? I said, oh, you saw that too. And then we became very protective. So that is why it's only a certain amount of people that you should be around. If you look at people now, like the celebrities and everybody else, they say, "Oh, this my friend." That's my no, it is not. People who say they're your friends are just people that come benefit off of you. They are people who always say yes to everything. 9 times out of 10, these are the same people that say, "I got you" and do for you. Next thing you know, they either will do for you and expect you to do for them all the time after that, and you only ask them to do one thing. You never ask them to do anything else, but they always asking you something. But they never say, "Hey, let me do this for you for a change. Let me help you." Like I said, call you, pick up that phone and say, "Hey, you need anything? You good today? I just called to check on you. You good?" Just like that. That is why it's so important to know who your friends are. It doesn't matter how old you are, all the way up until you 80 and 90 years old. I done met grown people older than everybody on this platform, probably with me right now, who are older. And I mean older guys. They're in their 60s, 70s. And then the stuff that I'm seeing, I'm like, what in the world? I'm supposed to be learning from you guys. But then you know what? Let's be careful about what we learn from them, because then we'll be learning this behavior and spirit of jealousy and envy. And you do not want to take that with you. We live in a jealous and envious world beyond measures, brothers and sisters. We live in a jealous and envious world beyond measures. How many people can sit here and say when you accomplish something that those individuals are actually excited for you? Excited for you. You know what I'm saying? How many of them can just rejoice with you? How many of them can say, you know what, do you need any help to add to what you're doing? How many will help you promote your business? How many will sit there and help you look for a job that you really need, a job or a better paying job, or encourage you while you're looking for a good paying job? Say it is well. When God open up doors, when the divine open up doors, when the angelic ancestors get out here and open up these doors for you guys, you got it. How many of the individuals, when you are down and out or broke or don't have no money to pay your bills, will be there for you or provide food for you when you need it and still rejoice with you in the midst of it? That's what I'm saying are true friendship. That's true loyalty. We're not expecting anything in return, not bashing you behind the scenes or saying that, hey, well, you ain't got this because you always know. Now, there's a difference when you have certain friends that will say, okay, you try to help certain individuals out all the time, and they constantly continue to put themselves in that circle, and then they running out your resources. But let me share something with you. Just know you ain't the only person that's been through it, guys. I'm one of them. Just like this sister. I'm one of them. I thought that I had someone who loved me for me, who was there for me, rather died for me, when I called needed. But then when bigger stuff hit the fan, they was sometimes defeated or it was unable. Then when stuff hit the fan on their end, I was always there. That's my duty, though, to be there to help people to heal, to be there for those in the time of need, to be there for those who need encouragement. Any of my individual friends would tell you that when they receive promotions, which I got to give a shout out to one of my sisters, she received the promotion after 20 something years, guys. It was a long time coming, but the door of opportunity was open for her, and I saluted her, and I'm so proud of her. She didn't give up. I'm so proud, because sometimes in the midst we give up. Yet I will always encourage, always lift her, so she know who she is. That's my buddy, my ride or die. Well, I should say my ride or lifer. But with that being said, that is one of the reasons why you have to be careful with those who have the spirit of jealousy and envy. And that thing is so woo. And I tell you, it is so dangerous. It is beyond the word dangerous. I wish I had another word for it for you. It's so toxic. It's so dramatic that it can kill at the blink of an eye. So if you have this around you, or you question yourself on how you should handle it, let me help you here. The advice I'm about to give you is just advice slash suggestion. Remember, you have free will, so I will not be held accountable for anything that you do wrong outside of that. Please make sure you learn to handle your emotions, because we are emotional creatures and we tend to let our emotions get the best of us. But I will say this: if you have any intuition, any discernment, any type of sense, guys, that senses something is off, take the time to manifest in your life for it to be revealed. Make sure you pay attention to everything, to the point where it's the way things are worded when you're having a conversation, how things are written down, how patterns are put into place. Pay attention to it all. And as that saying goes, don't let your right hand know what your left hand doing, or your left hand know what your right hand doing. Some people say, well, I believe in God and I don't have to worry about that. That's that's being ignorant. When you trust me, God wouldn't want that. The God in you, which makes you, no, please don't allow yourself to fall into foolishness. Don't allow yourself to entertain that. So please make sure you protect yourself, your family, your loved ones, whoever, or another friend that you know that is being hurt by somebody else. And knowing that they're setting them up to fail or to cause harm. Because again, we are living in dangerous times. This is 2024. We on a whole higher level, guys. This ain't in the 1900s no more. We are in the 2000, and this is the year of 2024. Everything is unveiling, being exposed, and those who have gotten away with so much they've done before are not getting away with it no longer. The consequences, as they say, fate, the karma is circling right back around. So be prepared for what's about to happen. And as you see, guys, we just got out of the solar eclipse. This is the time of the equinox. This is the new year, the month of April. For some of us who do not know or unaware of that, please, let's study to show ourselves to prove with that. But with that being said, I thank you guys for joining in tonight. And please be watchful for who you are around. Make sure they are there for you. For real, for real. And if you are doing something wrong, they should be able to come to you about it. They shouldn't be plotting and planning behind your back. You supposed to confront your brothers and sisters when they do wrong out of love. We are not supposed to let each other. That's why this is called Holding us women accountable, but not excluding the men. Holding us accountable. You see something, say it, but share it out of love. Don't let no one bypass you. And that goes for me too, without sharing our concerns out of love. And there's nothing wrong with that because we may not always agree. We can agree to disagree. But eventually, we're going to see the reflection of ourselves some kind of way. Because I'm still learning. You're still learning. We're still learning. We're not perfect, but we strive to do better. We strive to know better, and we strive to work together. So I thank you guys for joining me tonight on this podcast with your girl Cynthia J Show, your psalmist, your birth and doula, your inspirational healer, your spiritual healer, and much more. If you guys got a chance, go ahead and go on my bio on my platform. Check out my new single that just came out. I Put My Trust in You. Came out on 4/4/24 in representation of my brother's birthday. That is a celebrational time. I celebrated him. I mentioned before I will continue to rep him forevermore because he has been a beacon of light to others as he is to myself. I'm so proud of him. But that song is to encourage, to uplift, as it's doing the same thing for me. Trust me, as I'm listening to, I'm shedding tears every day, shedding it. But as I'm shedding it, I'm growing and I'm allowing myself to be molded as a brand new butterfly. And that is my destiny to do, is to come up here to encourage, to uplift, and so much more. So, guys, go ahead and listen to that album. You can also you can hear that on Here Now under Cynthia J. You can also find it on all social media platforms. Oh, thanks, sis. I love you too. Hugs and kisses. And so, with that being said, oh, before I forget, make sure if y'all need some sea moss, y'all hit y'all sister up. You can also find that on my bio too. So click on my bio, tap into my link tree. If you're in the area in the northern VA, the DMV, hit your sister up under Florist Essence. Again, I'm also a birth and doula co-partner with one of my cousins slash spiritual sisters with Healing Hearts Telemate Doula right here in the DMV area. If you know of someone who is about to expect or experience a loss of their first child or treasure or not first child, please hit us up. You can hit me on my DM. You can find it in my bio and click on there and contact us. We are there also during postpartum to help you to heal, to be there for you, to give you some guided steps, to be a listening ear, and so much more. It's not just a counseling session alone, but it's to help you spiritually, mentally, and physically for your well being, including for your household and your family and home. So, thank you guys. Always continue to be blessed. Stay on the right path. You know your destiny. Master it because your destiny will lead you to greatness. Peace and love to all my Instagram loves and TikTokers. I love you guys. Stay blessed. Later. Love you guys on Restream. Thank you for joining in. You guys have been awesome. I really enjoyed you guys for what you've done. Continue to follow your girl right here on this platform, Restream Live, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and so much more. Holding us women accountable, but not excluding the men. So continue to stay blessed and love. And excuse my noise. You hear my lovely princess. She's on the game. She's always loud. Hey, but that's this household. But at least you know we at a place where there's so much love. So stay blessed, stay encouraged, and remember, shine, shine, shine. Get ready. You don't want to miss it.
story is for your glory.